Who's ready for an adventure? Well, I had just a horrid sleep last night. I discovered what happens with biting insects when there's a full moon, and that is that they are out in full force all night. Yeah, the mosquitoes were really bad in the shelter. Like it was not happening. I gave up on it. And then there are these other tiny little things that were fond of crawling on my face and neck before biting, and just feeling these tiny little things crawling all over. And I don't know what they're actually called. I call them no-see-ums though, because they're, like I said, they're really tiny. And yeah, I ended up down here on the rocks with a jacket wrapped around my head, and I have to say I snapped a little bit, just freaking out anytime I felt them on my my neck or head. So it was not a good sleep at all. So I'm pretty tired right now. Just about to head out and do a little more fishing. I really hope excuse me. I really hope that I can get a pike or a keeper-sized walleye. Just something that'll be like enough food for the day. Then that's just something I don't have to worry about, and I can just try and relax and make it to nap time without hurting myself. Something. It's a perch, I think. I'm on the board. Excellent. It's a good start. I just got to build on it. Well, that's not a big pike, but it's a pike nonetheless. And that is good for today. I'm not going to stop though. I want to get some food for tomorrow, because to be honest, I'm getting a little tired of fishing. I would like a little bit of a break from it, so I can do some other things. So, if I can get the fishing done and catch the fish that need to be caught today, perhaps I won't have to fish tomorrow. So at this point I have 2 small perch and a small pike. That'll do me for today, but I'd like to get something in the bank for tomorrow. So after our walk, I'm going to fish for a little bit more and then head back to camp and reassess the situation from there based on how I'm feeling. Still pretty tired, though less so than I was when I first got up. The mosquitoes seem to be making a general resurgence. They've definitely increased in numbers over the last few days, as reflected last night, and now on the walk. They're pretty thick. And we've had warm weather recently, so I'm sure that has something to do with it. Maybe like a second hatch or something like that. It's unpleasant. Another pike here. A little bigger than the last one. Not huge, but it's been eating lots. Got a belly full of something, probably minnows. And soon I'm gonna have a belly full of it. And that makes me happy. So I just got back in from fishing. I was able to catch a couple pike and a couple perch. None of them were terribly large, but altogether there's enough meat there that I can eat very comfortably today, probably tomorrow as well. So I'm quite happy with that. I don't have to worry about going out and pursuing animal protein, so I can just sit back, relax, and take care of some things around camp. My firewood supply is pretty much run out, so that's going to be something that I need to do today. I'd also like to work on that birch bark storage container. So right now I'm just taking the opportunity to make myself some tea, rehydrate a little bit, and that is going to be the raspberry that I gathered a while ago. That's been drying, and then also I've dried a little bit of blueberry as well. So I'll make some raspberry blueberry tea as I have before, and I'll see how much of a difference it makes when it's been dried for a few days. Just one quick note, when I was taking that second pike off, it twisted and got my thumb and forefinger in its mouth. And as any fisherman can tell you, they have sharp teeth, so just be careful when you're dealing with those. It got its jollies in, but I'll get the last laugh. Got your dried raspberry and your blueberry. And we'll see how that turns out. The blueberry raspberry tea tasted same as with wet material, just a little bit more flavorful, so it was good. So Roy and I are just heading out to the island to clean the fish. Aside from our evening walk, that will be, I anticipate, our last time leaving camp for the day. After that, I am going to, well, after this rather, I'm going to cook up those fish, gorge myself on them because it's been a few days since I had a high protein meal, and see what else I can get up to. Who knows, maybe this afternoon I'll sit down and read the paper. Just finished cleaning the 4 fish, and in the last pike's stomach, what do we have here? Got a fresh perch. If I didn't have other fish there, I might clean that and eat it. That's a meal. Black on the outside, flaky white on the inside, just the way I like it. Just cooking up my lunch right now. Spent some time gathering a bit of firewood. I depleted my resources, so it's about time I stock up again. This afternoon is getting warm, but it's nice and windy. So I think after I have some lunch, I'm gonna crash for a bit, have a nap. Given the how little sleep I had last night, I definitely think it's necessary to recharge. Wake up in the evening and see what I can do with the rest of the day. I've been trying to identify the mushroom that I collected last night, and I haven't been able to come up with a positive identification. So, as per usual, when in doubt, toss it out. Better safe than sorry. Now that I've gorged on fish, I could use a little bit of salad to go with my lunch. Now there's one simple edible a lot of people should be able to recognize that I haven't done yet, and that is the common daisy. Like I said, most people can point these out easily enough. You can eat the flowers and the leaves, and they taste pretty good. Daisy, daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy over the love of you. Actually pretty sweet. That's nice. It's the sweetest thing I've had in weeks. I need more. I'll save the rest for later. Oh, looks like the Blue Jays won again. Oh, hello there. I just got up from a glorious nap. Feeling much better. It was definitely a much needed nap after last night's poor sleep. It's nice and windy now. I'm hoping it stays up because that'll keep the bugs down. But yeah, I'm thinking right now it's time for dinner. I'm going to get some more of that pike and some bulrush shoots into me. It's gotten pretty windy, as you can see here. So yeah, after that I want to, I don't need to see that closely. I want to get Roy to the mainland for a marché and get back here and see what I can get up to. Maybe do a little bit of work on that food storage container. I'm just having some bulrush shoots for dinner, and I'm thinking their day might be done for the year. So this is, I've already cut the tip of the shoot off, so this is just the last few inches. That's edible. That's getting a little questionable. And that's it. So it's like a tiny little nibble. So I think these might be done for the year. I'm not going to pick any more of those. The next batch I'm going to try are going to be cattail shoots. I'll see if those are still good. Those might be on their way out as well though, so I might have to start rethinking my greens. Maybe start eating a lot more daisies and dandelions. Dandelions are getting pretty old though. They'll be tough and definitely need to be boiled for a while. So I might need to start rethinking my strategy a little bit where the greens are concerned. But on the plus side, let me show you something. The berries are approaching ripeness. So these are service berries. Oh, one just came off, that's unfortunate. I've been keeping an eye on them. I think they're going to be the first that are good to go. We really need some rain though. Things are getting a little bit dry, and if I don't get these berries, then that'll be a pretty big shot to my hopes there, because I was really looking forward to those. But then obviously I've got all sorts of blueberries as well. So these are still a ways off. These are little and green, but those will be coming in the near future anyways. So yeah, like I said, we could use some rain, but yeah, the season is changing, switching from spring to summer. So the green shoots, the green leafies that were available in the spring are going to be on their way out, and different things are going to be available in the summer. So I just have to be versatile and see what I can find. So this is the cylinder of birch bark that I gathered the other day. What I'm going to do now to prepare it to be made into a food storage container is to trim around here to create a level top for the container. as I'm going along, I need to work slowly and carefully. I can't just go gung-ho at it. Without the trunk of the tree to stabilize the bark, it's prone to wobble. This could give it cracks, which would make it useless for my purposes. So I'm just going to work slowly, try and round it off to here, and keep any pieces that I cut off, as those might be useful later on in the process. So I've got the front edge cut off here. I'm going to try and keep this back piece in one piece if possible. This can be used as a lid or perhaps also as a bottom. So a good solid chunk here would definitely be useful. And when I'm done here, I want to have just one level top all the way around. I was trying to use this, which is a better saw for big pieces of wood, but it's too delicate of a procedure. It needs a smaller handsaw like this. I'm just worried about cracking it and having the whole thing fall apart on me. This may have been easier to do while it was still on the tree, but I didn't really know what it was going to come off like. So I didn't want to put a whole lot of work into shaping it if a big piece was going to fall off. So I've now detached the back from the main cylinder of the container. I'm not 100% sure what to do from here. I'm thinking this as a lid over top, something like that. This will require a little bit of, it's obviously not perfect, so I might have to trim away a little bit at the sides in order to get it to sit nicely and form a reasonably tight seal over the container. So what I've tried to do here is cut notches in the sides so that the top will kind of fit over like a saddle. This is just a rough job. I'm going to need to do some fine work on here, but basically just so that it'll have a better fit. And it looks like it's getting there. Obviously there's some refining to do, but it's getting closer, and it doesn't need to be perfect. Once it gets to an acceptable level, I'll probably put some sort of padding here so that once this is on, put a weight on top and it forms more or less a complete seal. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect here. Basically I'm just trying to keep out birds and mice and insects, things like that. So, and I'm also going to elevate it, so that'll help a lot. So basically I just want to basically yeah, I just want to get my food out of the way in a somewhat protected manner. So this is just a start. I'm gonna call it a day now though, because the sun is down. I only have so much light left, and I'm starting to think about doing what Roy is doing. Watering my service berries. I've chosen this spot to wait until it's safe to head into the shelter without bringing a horde of bugs in with me. It hasn't been chosen at random. One, there's a bit of a breeze, so that keeps the black flies off a little bit. Right now it's black flies. It'll transition to mosquitoes fairly soon, I'm thinking. Second reason is I have a small air force of dragonflies to eat the black flies around me. So they actually less than they were a few minutes ago. I think they might be packing it in for the day soon. But oh, they're back. Hopefully the bats will take over after that. So just trying to find ways to cope with the insects, getting creative using nature. They're still going to get you, but hopefully not as badly. Thank you, dragonflies. Your work is appreciated. Mosquitoes are absolutely horrendous, and all the shelter is doing is trapping them in there. It's giving them something to rest on, a break from the wind. So here I am once again, out in the open by the water, under the stars. So it's a fairly warm night and it's not raining, so might as well. It'll be fewer bugs here than